Hey everybody, I'm Bethany and I'm a casting producer for Unscripted TV.
Hey, I'm Danny, and I'm also a casting producer for Unscripted TV.
And we are excited to bring you our new podcast, Casting Stories Untold.
Oh, oh my. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
How are you?
I am well. I feel like I say that too. How are you? Instead of how are
Mm,
you? Yeah, I
like
always emphasize how are you?
with like a British inflection?
Maybe, possibly, maybe
I kind of like
British.
that. I like playing with inflection. At least it's not monotone.
True.
I was just listening to Conan's podcast.
Love him.
And it was reminding me of how the event we just went to with him. How funny it was that we didn't know what line we were in. And thank
Well,
God they
right, that we
kind of
almost didn't get in. We
Mhm.
almost didn't get in. So okay, we'll talk about that. We got there right up. We were late. Well, there was no parking, so which was super frustrating, and that we were at the very end of like a very long line that looked
like
like doomed. We're
deep
not going to get
into a
in.
neighborhood. Like I feel like I was
Oh,
like two
like in
blocks
somebody's
down.
front
Yeah.
porch.
Hmm.
Seriously. And so we didn't think we get in. And then randomly we overheard this guy talking about the line. And I think I went up and was like, wait, are we in the right line? And he's like, oh no, you're in the wrong line. So thank goodness we got in and walked right up, got right in. But we were so late, so we went to the back bowels of the theater.
Back. And like we there was like people were kind of scurrying to try to get to the front, and we were kind of in a more chill mode. We were like, even if we didn't get in, I felt like we were like, we'll go to a dinner and have a
Yeah,
moment. So
that's right.
we were kind of a-okay with that. We were the last row of the whole theater.
Literal last row, like back up against the wall.
And
And then who walks in literally like this far away? Conan.
sits
And is like
right next to us,
right next to
watches
you.
watches the entire thing with us. I was like, oh my God.
So cute.
I thought, sometimes the Bible does ring true. The last shall be first.
She preaching, yes.
I preach it. I know, and you were so right. I was like, because I know that just from listening to him that he loves being asked photos for and everything. But I felt too weird. I don't know.
Same. I mean, I'm so not a go up to even like at the FYC and all those events. I am so not a go up to the person to get a picture. I don't know, want to like invade their space or like ruin their night or whatever. But I feel like we should have with him because, well, A, we were literally sitting next to him. And also, I think he would have been game for it. I
I
think he would have been
know.
flattered.
I know. I wish he could have not roasted me, but like just kind of like, had some fun banter with him. I feel like would have been
Yeah.
fun. Do you know what there is a celebrity who kind of roasted my mom? Um, I was gonna
Annie.
say, yeah, a
Your
living
mom.
legend.
Danny's mom's name is Annie.
Annie. I was gonna say a living legend. Unfortunately, he's not living, but a legend.
Oh,
And it was at this event, and she
took its
couldn't
time.
find her camera. She was like frantic, trying to get it out. Me and my sister, we were like much younger, getting a photo with this person, and they were like, "Ooh, crazy lady with a camera, crazy," and just started going off on her, and we were obviously dying laughing. And it was Robin
Oh,
Williams.
oh, no way.
Uh, such a
He
great.
was like, he like got security, like called on her.
Oh no, it was like
Security.
more fun, like just yeah,
Okay,
there you go. Like
got it. Like,
crazy
got it.
lady, and then he actually was like crazy lady, get in the photo with us, and then he did, and it's so funny because whoever took the photo, like my mom's half of her face is in the like poking in here, and but like she is like beaming with happiness. Yeah, he was like very sweet, obviously. um,
Love that.
yeah. Well, today we have new guests, plural,
Plural.
plural coming on. They were on The Amazing Race, made it to the top three. Then he was on the challenge. And they are Lewis and Michelle.
Hey,
Hi
Oh,
there.
hello.
Hi.
Oh
Hi, guys.
what's up, Bethany? How y'all doing?
It's so nice to meet you both.
Nice to
Well,
meet
meet
you.
you.
But it's so
virtually
good to
meet you.
see you guys because we've had a few people on this so far, and they've all been not set up as nicely as the two of you.
Yes, you guys are on your Zoom game. I love it.
Let's start it off with a little kind of just bio history of you two here.
Okay. So all right. So my name is Lewis. This is my wife, Michelle. We met Danny Love 2022, about 3 years ago. We were auditioning for The Amazing Race. And every time we saw Danny's messages on our group chat, we were always so damn excited because it's just one step closer to being on our favorite show. And basically, we both were born and raised here in Miami. We're both Latinos. My mom's Colombian, my dad's Puerto Rican.
My mom's Colombian, my dad's Peruvian, and we've actually been together 15 or 16 years now.
15.
Almost married 10
15.
years.
Yeah.
So it's been a really long time, and auditioning for The Amazing Race was a beautiful thing because we always had separate careers. I grew up as a professional dancer. He grew up as a firefighter, so complete different worlds. And then we meshed together in one, and it was the most incredible experience we could have ever gotten.
Yeah, we started dating. When we started dating, we started watching The Amazing Race together. And we fell in love with the show, but we were never able to apply because she was a dancer for Pitbull. So she was touring the world. She was touring for like about 10 years. And towards the end of her tenure as a dancer, she just looked at me and said, "Hey, I'm ready to apply now." And that's our story.
Do you know what's funny is I'm realizing, so for Amazing Race, we don't do these like Zoom interviews or sit down interviews. So I'm just sitting here being like, oh, we've never actually had an interview before.
Right? It's all sending in tapes.
That's true.
Yeah, send in your tape. Yeah, was that the first time you guys ever applied for a show? First time ever you applied for Race or any show at all?
My first time I ever applied for a show, yes. And
I actually did another show when I was younger. I was probably like 18, 19 years old. I did America's Best Dance Crew, and I used to be a heat dancer, and all the heat dancers got together and we got picked to be on America's Best Dance Crew, and we were fly kicks, and we made it to third. And I guess I have the curse of the three.
How did I just realize that? You got third on America's Best Dance Crew. We got third on Amazing Race.
So I did that show first, and then this was my second show. But I
did you apply? Like, did you send in an audition?
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
we did apply.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that show?
Yeah. Who hosted?
Yeah.
J-Lo?
Mario Lopez.
Is that J-Lo?
Oh,
Yeah,
was
and
she a
that's-
judge?
Say it again.
Was J-Lo a judge? Who were the judges?
No, it wasn't J-Lo. It was like
It's like
what was that girl?
Sheila Abdul?
Shane, the choreographer.
Yeah.
Shane Sparks.
The hosts, the judges weren't really known. Mario Lopez, the host, was more known than them for sure.
Is that where, remember the Jabberwockies? Am I
Yes.
saying that right? Is that where they came from? Yeah.
Yes.
I think we like saw them in Vegas or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That was season 1, and she was season 3.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the Jabberwockies came from that.
Yeah, the Jabberwockies got first place on that show, and they just kicked the start of their career. Like, I don't think anybody else came from there. That was like the main crew.
No, I mean, on my season, the ones that got first and second were the breakdancing crews. So it was this group called Quest Crew. They were like Asian crazy breakdancers, which I love. And then there were the girl breakdancers. So it was kind of hard to compete against them, like when you have so many tricks.
And Michelle's not a breaker.
Too bad they weren't the Australian breakdancer.
Which one?
That girl.
Oh my God.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Wow, I blanked out her name. What's her name?
I know.
So not Shogun.
What is it?
I forgot her name.
I know. I'm forgetting her name too.
Oh, I loved her so much. Raygun. Raygun. Yes.
Yes.
Bethany, do you know who we're talking about?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But it's so crazy because it's like I feel like, and Bethany, you probably would agree. It's like if we had to build a team for The Amazing Race, you guys are just kind of like perfect for it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like they have high standards for that thing, but like when it's like you two, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, like you're so excited when you get like a duo. Like I've done Race also, and like duos are hard. I mean, inevitably one person, there's something, they can't do it, they have some issue, it doesn't work, they're not, right. But yeah, when you get the two of you together, it's an exciting thing to.
And it must be hard from a casting perspective, yeah, because it's common. Like if you find one person, that's great, but to find two people that fit that puzzle piece and two people that are good for TV, that's
and have an interesting like dynamic and relationship and jobs. I mean, with the two of you, right?
But I feel like there's some serious stories here with the two, like with each of your jobs, with each of your things. I guess, Michelle, I kind of am dying to know any Pitbull dancing stories you have.
Okay, what type of stories are you looking for?
That's good.
Untold ones.
A lot of stuff has happened to me on stage. I'm very clumsy, so I have fallen with my heels a lot. And like, I'm one of those people that if you were watching for that second, you could catch me. But since I'm so used to falling, it's kind of like and I'm back up in 1 second. Yeah. I've had my extensions fly out. There was one time where we partied through Spain because our shows would start like at 2 a.m. because of the Spain community, right? It's like a big party community, and the shows were like at parties or clubs or something like that. And we would go out after because we're like, our flight is soon anyways. And one time we got off the plane and it said like above, it said like 20 minutes to this gate, and it was about the gate was going to close in like 19 minutes. So literally felt like probably like the race, except we were very hungover and we were running through the whole entire airport, just sweating, drenched in sweat. Like we made it.
I have a good Pitbull story. Can I say it?
Yeah.
All right. So I was with Michelle in London, and Pitbull was opening for Britney Spears.
Oh, this is a good one.
So I would watch her show, and Britney Spears would come on afterwards. And Britney Spears, for her show, she always had somebody from the crowd come up and she will do a sexy dance on him. And I looked at Michelle, I'm like, I want to be that guy. And she's like, really? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to get danced on by Britney Spears. Like, it's Britney Spears. So they contact Britney's people. And they said that they have somebody do the dance. Britney does it with somebody that she knows or somebody that people know. It's not a stranger. She won't have a stranger on stage. So we go to the next show, and Britney's bodyguard, this guy's like 6'6", bald guy, huge. He looks like a Navy SEAL. He comes up to me and he goes, "You're Lewis, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right. So if we have you on stage, just remember there's no drinking at all. Don't touch Britney." So he started giving me rules, right? Rules, and so I'm gonna get you at once this song starts. I'm gonna go ahead and get you. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Freaking out.
I'm gonna go on stage with Britney Spears. So the song that he told me that was gonna come on to get me. So the song comes on, I'm watching her side stage, and this bodyguard just looks at me and comes straight at me. I'm like, here we go. He's coming at me. And then he just goes like this and walks the other way. And I'm like, oh, it's all good. Maybe he went to the bathroom. Who knows? I waited for a little bit longer, and I'm just like, maybe he's going to come later. And then the next song comes on, and Britney has somebody else on stage.
Never got picked.
So I never got picked.
What? No!
And it turned out that guy was an old dancer of hers, and he was there watching the show. So,
but they had to prove it.
So
that would have been
you
so
got
Britney
good.
Spears, she did it again. She played with my heart. Yeah.
Wait, and since he couldn't drink afterwards, he drank so much and then kept crying and be like,
"Oops, she did it again."
Wait, so they say you cannot drink like the entirety of the concert? Is that what they mean?
Yes, they don't want anybody drunk on stage with her.
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Safety, no one she doesn't know. Totally makes sense.
Exactly.
That's a heartbreak.
That's very heartbreaking because she is one of my number one people to meet. Not really anymore, I guess. But I was gonna ask what she like smell. I had all these questions. I was like, what does she smell like? I'll never know.
Oh, I can't answer.
Oh, wait, Michelle.
I met her quickly. She was like, "Hi, I'm Britney," and kept walking. I was like, "Wait, I love that. That's so cute."
I was gonna say, wait, weren't you technically on tour with her then?
I was, but that was the time where they were like strict with her, so they had her like separated. She couldn't drink alcohol.
That was before the
People
Free
around
Britney
her.
stuff. Like, yeah, that was a while ago.
Before the, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 8 years ago, 9 years
They were
ago.
very strict with her.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I was gonna ask like how, like when you started with Pitbull, like was it because I feel like he kind of like came up like all of a sudden, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
wasn't like a gradual sort of thing. It was like all of a sudden he's like the most famous. Like, were you with him when he was no one kind of, and then
So
it
I
happened
used
really
to
fast?
choreograph. I was assistant choreographer to one of the main choreographers of premios, which in the Line community is like Premio Nuestro, Premio Juventud,
An award show.
Grammys, like big award shows. So we used to dance with different artists. And then when people started coming up, he like the look of the girls were models, model looking tall, and they would put like these beautiful women. And I used to cast those girls too. And I would teach them the dances, which I loved. But I was never picked because I'm 5'3". And then one day they cut out like 5 dancers because they didn't look right. Their body wasn't right. And they were like, all right, Michelle, you know the dance, get on stage. I was like, okay, I go on stage. And since I work with one of the choreographers, they wanted people for tour. And I was like, it's time for me to get my chance. Like, I think I could be one of them. And he was just like, I don't want to lose you. And I'm like, please, I've always wanted to tour. So that's how I was able to like get on tour. And we were the first 4 dancers that he had on tour. And they tried us out for the US tour. And then they didn't tell us anything else. And then at the end of that tour, they're like, in a week, you guys have to leave to Asia. And then we go to Asia. Don't tell us anything else, but we know there's a whole bunch of tours lining up. And then like 2 weeks after that, they're like, okay, now you're going to Europe tour. And we would leave for like a month and stuff. And every time they would tell me something, I would call Lewis. I'd be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm leaving on another tour because they were so back to back. And I didn't know how he would react because I used to dance all the time, but I wouldn't leave for so long. And that was the longest like that I left, but he was always great about it.
But going back to your point, Pitbull was kind of the first one to have curvy Latinas on the show. Before it wasn't like that. So that was a cool thing.
Yeah. So from then on, he like committed, and what I love is that he's very loyal to his dancers. He doesn't switch them out. So if you did a good job and you were doing everything right, we were in the commercials, the music videos, the award shows, everything. Anything he went to, he was like, my dancers are here too. They're coming with me. So I love that.
I would have thought that he would want some short, because I feel like he's semi-short. Like I feel like shorter people want their dancers to, like especially a guy would want them to, so he could
He's
seem
tiny.
taller, right?
He's tiny. He's like this to me. He's like 5'5". Yeah.
He is taller than me. I think it's just a look that the award show people were trying to give him, which made it look like good because it was like big, sexy, beautiful girls. But it worked out great for the show. The tallest girl was probably like 5'5", 5'6", and it looked amazing. From then on, we just kept being added to everything. So I was obsessed because I spent 10 years dancing with him.
Wow.
So long.
Was it a hard ask when you sort of were like that moment when you know, the opportunity sort of presented itself and you were like, okay, I have to like get like the courage up to like ask for what I want here. Was that like at all? Were you just like, oh my God, no, like I'm taking it? Do you know what I'm asking?
You're saying ask for what?
When you had to, when you were asking to go on the tour because you were a choreographer and that it was like this opportunity opened up.
Yeah.
Was it like a thing? Was it hard to go ask for what you
wanted?
wanted?
It was because the choreographer wanted me for everything. I was his assistant to everything. Like he didn't want to find someone else that's harder for him. So for
he was a choreographer of Univision. Like he was the Spanish television, and she was his right hand for everything.
Like I missed a month of tour because I had accepted a job. It's called Mira Quien Baila, and it's like a Dancing with the Stars type of show that Univision does, and I choreographed for it. But I almost missed out the opportunity to keep dancing with him because I asked for permission to like leave for a month. So I had to get someone to replace me. It was a big ask because I was gonna leave the choreographer for a long time. But for me, it was like my opportunity to tour, and I knew that I had to take it.
Louis, were you like, oh my God, and now I'm just home and my woman's dancing all over the world.
It was tough. It was I'm not gonna lie, I always missed her when she left. Um and it was sometimes I think the summertime was the worst. Summertime they toured a lot during the summertime, and then weekends she'll be gone. My 30th birthday party, she was gone. And she couldn't make it. Like they that and it sucked, but it happened. And that was going back to the Amazing Race. Like that's one of the things like I feel like they kind of missed on in the edit, because Amazing Race was our time to be together after 10 years of her always touring and always being gone. I didn't mean to skip ahead with one of your questions probably, but it was just that's one thing I was just like, man, like that was huge, and I feel like it just missed out on the edit for whatever reason.
Like that's why it was so important to you to like be doing this together type of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
We just got spending this time together, and now this is like our way of going into our new lives of her not touring anymore and being together now.
So
Yeah.
I told
Right.
Lewis we were watching the race one day, and I was watching, and I was like, we got to do a show one day, and I think I'm ready. I'm tired of missing out. I'm tired of not being home. I'm tired of missing birthdays, weddings. I missed so many weddings. He would go
Yeah.
without me. And I was like, let's apply for the race. And if I make it, then this might be the time where it makes me realize that I need to stop. Like since I was so
Yeah.
into it, it's a career where it was so constant now. And to be a dancer, you have to get a million things. It's a lot of freelance. So the moment that Danny called us, which he called us like a few hours after, I almost crashed.
Oh, you're talking about the first time
The first time.
like we sent in the video.
Yeah.
We sent in the video, and 4 hours later, we get a call from Danny.
I
We're
almost
like, whoa,
crashed.
already? Like, it's this fast that we get a reply, and we were freaking out.
But I told Lewis, I was like, I'm gonna stop dancing, not because he was asking me to or anything, but like for myself, the moment I get on the race, I'm gonna stop dancing. And then for us, we're like, wait, maybe we could go on the race. We win $1 million. We have this whole experience, and then we could start our family, right? And then we come back from the race, and I was like, wait, it's been a long time since I haven't been home. Like I don't even know what it is to relax at home. My career paths changed. I'm not a dancer anymore. I went into photography and video. And I was just like, the balance of that is very like before my serotonin levels are up here. It's not like a normal person. Let's say theirs are right here. So for me to get up there in a normal life is really hard. So I was a little sad for the first 2 months when I like the whole race thing finished. And so like now we've like waited out having kids because now I'm enjoying time together that we didn't have before, which is like crazy because I thought we were gonna like just jump into like having a family right away.
I remember you guys saying that. Jesse was the one who called me, and he was like, these people just applied. You need to call them immediately. They're gonna be great. And I was like, oh God, okay. And then like I think he must have seen your tape like come in the moment it did.
Wow.
Jesse
don't like
Tannenbaum saw our tape first.
Yeah, he kind of is like because since he's overseeing, I think he has his hand in kind of everything. Whereas more like laser focused on a few things. So yeah, and
Interesting.
Is there such like a shoe in? Like, there's no casting person that would have not called you guys. Like that would have just been
Thank
crazy.
you.
Yeah,
And I hate to brag about this, but yeah, it was our first time applying, and we got it on our first shot. And I feel bad for people that always like apply the 6, 7, 8 tries.
Yeah.
And for us, it was a real shocker. I hate to say it, but it was just so fluid and easy. It was just like, all right, do this, do that. All right, we got this. And we were on our favorite show in the whole world.
I mean, it could have also, I always think about the right time.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the right
true.
moment at the right time.
And yes,
I was going to say
for
that
you
too. Yeah.
guys.
Because sometimes it's just not the right time for people. And like they'll come back and like they've ripened, or it's just their dynamics different, or something's changed. Some magic has happened. So, but that was the case for you guys at that time. And as you said,
Yeah.
it was meant to be because you could have that shift and then go into your new life with a new perspective. So
yeah, because even so, like if I was in the middle of tour and I wasn't ready to stop dancing yet, or like the energy probably wouldn't have been the same, or like the dynamics between each other. So I do feel like we did it at the right time for sure.
Right.
100%.
I think it's cool that you guys are waiting a little bit for Kit. I don't know what the whole plan is here, but my sister and her husband did that. I like that way. I feel like if I was whoever, I mean, I've lived a whole life.
Yeah,
without it,
we kind of told the whole world that we're having a kid.
He told Phil
I mean,
at the end of the race, he told her, I'm gonna go put a baby in her now.
Yeah. Still no baby.
And again, talking about timing, it'll happen in the right time, right? Yeah. And I agree with that. I mean, my daughter's old, she's 19, but we waited, we traveled, we had a great time. And then it was like, when you do it, when you're like wanting it and you've prepared and you've made that decision, it's just like a whole different thing. I was gonna say how you guys like it's an interesting dynamic with both of your careers, because kind of like Lewis, you were saying how she, was away and she would kind of be like, I'm coming home, and then like, well, not quite yet, whatever. And then obviously you as a firefighter, that's a career that a lot of partners, it's challenging for them too.
Yeah.
So how kind of did that play out in your relationship?
I want to say I became a firefighter since we started dating, like in the beginning of our relationship. So she's kind of been kind of used to my schedule, I say. And it's to be honest, like one of the main reasons I became a firefighter is because of the schedule, because I get 1 day on, 2 days off. I get a shift off every third week. So I get 5 days off in a month. And it's a great schedule, but yes, there is times that I'm gone from 24 to 48 hours. But it's more of a blessing overall, that schedule. And we get to spend a lot of time together and go on vacations and stuff like that.
Yeah, we grew up with each other, so we've been through each other's like ups and downs, and so it's nice to see it. He also opened up a karate squad at one point. Taekwondo, I always say that, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So he had a school, so that time was a little tough too, but that helped out when I was like dancing a lot, because he was very involved inside the school. But yeah, he ended up studying at the school.
Wait, do you know I'm a black belt in Taekwondo?
Really? That's crazy.
Yes!
That's amazing. Yes.
I had no idea. Is that true?
Yeah.
How have we never talked about that?
That's
It was
awesome.
Oh my God. I don't think I could do any of it. Like, I don't think it's like has any merit today. This was when I was in like 8th, 9th, 10th grade. But yeah, I had to do, and like to get the black belt, I'm sure they had to like do a 3-hour meditation. That was like the hardest part for me. I couldn't speak for 3 hours.
I never did that. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
I'll go nuts. I'll still be a white belt.
And actually I think he kind of damaged my hamstrings. We called him Did they call you Master Lewis?
No, I wasn't a master degree yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Lewis.
Master I had such tight hamstrings. He would like sit on my back and I would like as to go forward. It would be so painful. And there was one morning I woke up, I could not stand up. Like
you can't do that nowadays.
Do that,
how crazy martial arts has changed.
I bet that would not have happened at Mr. Lewis's time.
That's true. He was really good with kids too. And I grew up teaching kids as well. So that all lies into the we could wait a little bit for kids just because we grew up teaching them.
Oh, that's right. Look, do people ever, when you go on a job, Lewis, are they like, oh my God, like, do you ever get recognized while you're like saving someone or rescuing their cat?
It's happened. Yeah, it's happened maybe less than a handful of times.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure
to be honest, I don't know. It's just, it was more by fellow firefighters and police officers around my station. I guess when they were watching the show, they noticed the Palm Beach County truck in the back. So I'm guessing that's why they did that, but not often.
He got stopped one time and was like, "Oh my God, you're the guy!"
Oh wait,
that's how you say it. So good.
I went to go eat lunch at a gyro place next to my job, and one of the guys he looks at me, he goes, "Hey, I know you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm Lewis from The Amazing Race, challenge," and he goes, No, our cook fainted last week, and you were here helping her out. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember.
So good. I feel like he gets recognized a little bit more without me. I usually don't get recognized by myself, but together,
Airports a lot.
if it were like in airports or like games, like let's say like basketball games or heat games where there's like in an arena, they're like where there's a lot of different people, then we'll get recognized there too.
Have you gotten recognized for being Mr. May 2024?
Not as often, not as no. Mr. May, Bryce Calendar, shout out to Bryce. I got so much heat for that at the firehouse. Like, oh man, that calendar was
he did
everywhere.
A calendar where he was without his shirt in his firefighter gear at the station.
And
there
it is.
Photographic evidence. So it wasn't like a calendar for the whole house. It was just you and
it was a reality TV calendar by Bryce Isaiah.
So each month was a different social media.
Yeah. He did a reality TV calendar. Wes was in it that year. Derek Chow from Big
he could have
Brother.
sent in any picture, but he didn't.
I wanted to do it for Bryce. He's a great friend.
A good cause, I'm sure.
Yeah, and yes, it's a good cause. And I usually don't do firefighter pics. Like, I think that's kind of douchey. But for Bryce, I did.
do your firefighter what do you call them, brothers or comrades?
Yeah.
Do they give you shit from like things you've done on the challenge or race, or they call you Mr. TV, or what is that like?
The one thing that I would that my department would never forget was the time I didn't know how to reverse the car in Amazing Race and had to ask Michelle to get out and push. That will forever be a topic in the firehouse. And they always poke fun at me for that. And you know what? I'll take it. I think it was such a funny moment. And all those guys, anyways, they talk a lot of shit because if they were in my situation, they wouldn't have known how to reverse that car either. And I'll be asking, hey, you're on the Amazing Race right now. How to reverse a car? Oh, R is left and up. It didn't work. The R is left and what? It's not working. Oh, there's a bus coming down on you. What are you going to do? Oh, I would pull out the manual of the car. I'm like, really? In the middle of the race, you're going to pull out a car manual? Hey, the bus is on you. You're stopped. Nobody
I love
had
that
an
you're
answer.
redefending yourself again.
Yeah, 100%. Because they all know that they would have done the same thing probably.
100%. And you're a firefighter in Miami, right?
So it's Palm Beach County, just about like maybe an hour north right now, from Miami.
What's the typical call that you normally do? Is it actual fire? Is it chefs fainting? Is it
So it's down here we have a combination system. It's medical and fire. So right now I'm an officer for the ambulance, which is we call the rescue down here for the ambulance, and
Lieutenant.
most of our calls are medical, especially falls. So you guys ever seen the commercial? I've fallen and I can't get up, and they have that button.
Life alert.
Did you ever think where that button goes to? This guy. So we go in the middle of the night. They fall. Older people. They don't have the best bladder control, so they're always up in the middle of the night. They always fall in the middle of the night, and we go and pick them up. That's probably our most common call.
That's why I was laughing the moment you started asking him.
So people are like, "You're a hero. You're a firefighter." Like, I pick up a lot of old people off the floor. Thank you.
He also loves taking ducks out of the sewer.
Ducks, a lot of ducks. No cats in trees.
Is that like a common thing? They
a lot of ducks. Yeah, we have a lot of lakes around here, a lot of ducks, and they just waddle their way down the sewer. Most of the times, the sewers lead to a lake anyways, but people call 911, and for PR purposes, we grab them, take them out with a pool net.
I think you just said it. Weren't you like promoted recently?
Me? Oh, yeah. I was the lieutenant. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Like, how did you get that with I feel like you've had to take so much time off to do race, to do the challenge. And I feel like there's probably people who like don't take that as much time off. So I'm just curious how you got that promotion. Obviously, you are amazing.
Yeah, the promotion came later after the shows. I was up. If it wasn't for the shows, I would have got promoted sooner. But I'm not gonna turn down the Amazing Race. I'm not gonna turn down the challenge. I could always get promoted later. So right now, so that's when I got promoted. I got promoted in February this year. That was the next time I was up for promotion. Um, and yeah, that's that. It was just the time to. I've always wanted to be an officer, but it was just going to take a little bit more time since I did the shows.
Now that you're a lieutenant, would you not go back if they wanted you back on the challenge or on the race, or what, does that not matter?
It doesn't matter. Like
Okay.
like it's still I have the same schedule. I can still take my days off. So with my schedule, I work 9 days a month technically, and yeah, I have vacation time. I could do swaps where somebody works for me and then I work for them another day. So yeah, it's the same thing. If they call me right now, hey Lewis, Amazing Race Films, in 3 hours, you gotta go to California. I'm there. I'm dropping everything and I'll figure it out. I'm going to Maze Race. The challenge, I don't know. The challenge wasn't so much my game.
I was just gonna ask. That must have been jarring to go from
Yeah.
Amazing Race, which I feel like is family friendly, to challenge, which is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very different experience. Once again, I'm not gonna turn it down. The whole time during that casting process, I was thinking that they're not gonna pick me. Like I'm an amazing racer. I didn't really show any like I don't know, physical skills maybe, but we no, you don't think so?
I think you're great for it.
I don't know. I don't know, a little bit of a I don't know. Sometimes I just don't feel like I was gonna be good enough for the casting process. And every step just came, and then all of a sudden I'm going on the challenge. Sorry, what was the original question?
It's like what like
Oh,
was
the
it
game.
such a different
Yeah.
experience for you, and what were those differences?
Oh, dude, the main thing was this whole secret voting and my season of the challenge where there was secret voting. So you do that on Survivor and Big Brother. And my season on the Challenge USA 2 was a bunch of Survivor and Big Brother players, and they've done it multiple times, and they were the best of the best
Yeah.
Survivor and Big Brother players. So for me, I was completely out of my game. You know, Josh Martinez, man. I know you guys had him on your podcast, but he's so good at it. Pretty much, he suckered me into telling him the truth that I voted for him. And he said, it's all good. We're going to work on our relationship. 2 days later, I'm sitting in my front porch because he got my ass out. That's Josh Martinez,
Yeah.
and he's just like, he's good at the game. And I got suckered into telling him the truth. And
I think
Was it?
I thought Lewis was gonna do really well because he's such a friendly guy, and I thought he would like become friends with so many of the people in the house. But he's also not, he doesn't have like a lot of bad in him. So like the fact that people were talking behind his back, and it wasn't even because they knew him, it was because they didn't know him. Like he COVID tested positive, so he got there late. He wasn't on the plane with anybody. There was only two people from Amazing Race.
false positive.
It was a false positive, sorry. But two people from Amazing Race. Everybody else had 6 to 7 people. And so it's very easy. Who are we going to take out? The guy we don't know. We've never seen him before. Let's throw him in. So it was hard for him because he felt like he didn't have anybody in the show. And the person who was from Amazing Race was obsessed with MTV The Challenge, and they were on the show. So he didn't even defend Lewis at all. He would do like the fake defending on TV. Like, yeah, I have Lewis's back. Burn vote.
Was that hard for you to watch, Michelle?
It was very hard for me the first FaceTime call that I got because I spoke to him and he started crying with me on the FaceTime call. And I'm like, I'm gonna start crying about it.
I want to tell him what you thought.
Okay, but wait, let me say this side first. I was just like, Lewis doesn't cry. I've never seen him cry, and he's having a hard time in there. Like, what is happening right now? And we were crying, and for like the rest of like another week I would cry every single day at home because he can't talk to me about the game. He could ask me like what's going on in my life, everything, but he can't talk to me about what's happening. Go.
She thought I cheated on her.
Because you're like crying and not being able to tell her
and
what
I think
you're
one of
crying
the quotes
about.
was like, "Don't worry, like we're gonna get through this.
We're gonna get through this." And I was just like,
So maybe that quote, I don't remember saying that,
he
but
said,
she said
something along those lines, and I was just like, wait, did something happen?
So you were just like crying and just saying words, and you were like, and you thought he was cheating on you?
Yeah.
I thought he probably had done something wrong. I don't know. I couldn't figure out why he would cry. I didn't think the game would hurt him that bad. And he's a firefighter. So in the fire station, they like bash each other all the time. So I was like, okay, maybe if they're talking bad or anything happens, he's used to it. But it was tough for him. He really felt alone in there.
But
So
you're like,
go ahead.
No,
when was he able to tell you? Because I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You're creating this whole that. When were you able to confirm that wasn't, the case?
After I got eliminated. After I got eliminated, I gave her a call. Hey, babe, I'm out of this place. Fuck these people. I'm going home. Whatever. I was excited to go home. And she's like, you know what? Is everything okay? I'm like, yeah. Like, your first phone call, you were crying. She's like, I thought you cheated on me. I'm like, what? You think I would do that? You're dumb. That's it.
So you lived all those days thinking that, Michelle?
No, it wasn't that much. He got eliminated like a few days.
Our first phone call was like 2 weeks in.
Like 2 weeks and a half,
weeks
something
in,
like
and
that.
then I got eliminated like a few days later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was bad,
but you're friends with Josh now. Like I feel like you could just leave that all in the past.
Oh yeah. No way. Yeah, I'll never hold a grudge. Josh is a great person. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so great. Do you feel like you would, because of sort of like the lessons you've learned from that experience, like be excited to do like Traders or a different show? Or do you feel like, you know what, that's not those kind of games aren't really my jam? Like where are you with all that?
I feel like those shows like that, I wouldn't be as excited to do them as other people. Because like to be a trader on Traders, like that's a lot of lying for a long time. And you see how some people, it affects them, being a liar to friends for so long in the same house, living with these people, and it's a very difficult game. So I think I wouldn't be as excited as, other people that I know.
Yeah, I think I always say I would love to do the challenge because I feel like physically I could do a great job, but I would only do it if I knew either if Luis was in it or like I had a really good friend, because mentally I don't think that I could do it like by myself and under all that stress. If that's how he felt, I'm way more sensitive. Someone talks bad about me, I'll start crying right away.
Really? But yeah, I feel like the challenge, and it makes sense because all those people come with 20, some of them years of friendship together.
So much history, so many, instant, aligning. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. So, okay, with the challenge, that was sort of surprising for you with the challenge, right? How kind of cutthroat, and what was surprising for you for race, especially coming in as like a physical dancer and like a firefighter that you knew you've been all over the world, Michelle, like what was surprising for either of you in Amazing Race?
Surprising. Good question. I was, for me, I was just more surprised of the organization behind it, of the production aspect, how, it was such a machine they were running and everything was on time and professional and they really took care of you. And for me, it was a lot of behind the scenes. And then what surprised me as well is luckily we got to race with Derek and Claire. We became great friends. They're from the Big Brother world. And it's just a family, and we still see so many people all the time. It's great. It's a blessing.
Oh wait, I have one more thing to say. Sorry, my surprise. we run a lot on the race. And that was
You were
surprising.
shocked that we're going to run a lot?
No, I was surprised because on TV, obviously, they're not going to show you running the whole entire time, but you run
I will never
they
forget.
purposely make you run.
She would have watched the show and people are like walking, like they're tired, and they're like, she's like, why are they walking? Why are they walking? It's a race. I'm like, maybe they're tired, Michelle. Like, you suck at running, bro. Like maybe they're tired. Like, it's a lot of running. She's like, no, I'll be running. I'm like, and we got on the race and she was not running. I mean, she was running. She was running, but she wasn't running the whole time.
Wait, Michelle, I would imagine you having the endurance of like the best endurance of the whole cast being on a worldwide dance tour.
So this is my theory behind it. On tour, I hit it really hard for a good 3 to 4 minutes, and then I get at least 30 seconds backstage to a minute or another song to breathe, and then I go at it again. And I'm in heels, which is really, really hard. But so I think my endurance is like good for a second, and then I need a second to pull back, and then I go again. So on the race, we would run, and I'm like, I need a second. I need to catch my breath and breathe. And he's like, Michelle, you need to learn how to run and breathe at the same time. What was the thing you would say? I forgot.
It was just like, I forgot what she said.
Yeah, so.
Oh my God.
Did you get any big, oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, which truthfully, I wasn't running that slow or getting that tired, I feel, compared to like other people. It's just Luis is a lot taller than I am, and he has longer legs, so it's easier for him. And you're only as strong as your partner. So like if he's running really fast, I have to catch up to him, you know. But if I was with like another girl, maybe then I would be doing better running, you know. But it's easier for him.
Is that long? Like my mom tries to say that your legs are longer thing. I'm like, girl, some of the people your same height can walk faster than you.
No, I still go for that. And on our season, there was so many tall people. Luis was considered short.
Oh, I'm surprised how tall people are in reality TV.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Danny, Bethany, is there like a mandate? You guys have to pick a certain height, you know, certain number of people, 6 feet and above?
No, but I mean, I think, well, it depends on the show, right? I mean, it doesn't, there's no like, you have to be a certain height, but I think like, you know, some shows it doesn't matter. Some shows you lean a little
like
bit
dating shows, right? I feel
Another.
like dating shows, everybody's tall. Like these men are like
on the challenge, he was the shortest. If not,
no,
like,
I mean, I was equal to like Wes, Bananas, and Tyler.
Oh, okay.
But all the other dudes are huge.
Yeah, humongous. On the race, you were considered smaller too, mostly because of me, but everybody was so tall.
So tall. Yeah.
Race, I don't think it matters, but definitely dating shows. Yeah, they're like, and sometimes we try to push back, be like, some girls like a short king, or you know, it's just it sucks for us because a lot of times the shorty guys have like they've had to spit some extra game, like they have like fun personalities.
They do.
Yeah. But it's funny that you say that about like amazing people in reality TV, because it's like I feel like me and Bethany will often get like, oh my God, you just have to talk to the most unhinged, psychotic, lunatic people you've ever met. And we're like, actually, like we don't really like the way we pitch people for the most part is like, you would want to hang out with this person. This is someone you would like very easily.
You want to spend time with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And so
sometimes I mean, you always want a little bit of crazy in there at times, but not everybody.
But and to most people who have that like big fun personality have a little bit of crazy in them anyway. Otherwise, they're just gonna be a little boring. But you gotta pass psych.
Oh my God, psych was so hard. I was like, wait, they just twisted that question on me. I don't know if I'm doing this right or wrong. Psych is hard.
Psych is hard, and like it's even harder now. I mean, it used to be. I mean, what year did you guys do race? What year?
2020.
2022.
Oh, 2022.
Yeah. I mean, I think each year it gets like more and more and harder and more hoops to jump through, and you know.
I feel like it's trying to trick me at sometimes.
It is. Sometimes I'm like, would I pass this? Like, like, because if you, we probably shouldn't have this, but if you sometimes I think if you overthink it, you can like fail it. which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to you as a firefighter?
As a firefighter, I failed the psych test because I was trying to come off. So in the test, it says I was deceptive or something like that. I just didn't show any flaws, right? So in my psych test, it'll be like, a bunch of questions like, are you scared of being on a boat in the dark ocean? And I'll put no, I'm a firefighter. I got to figure it out. And then I had no fears. It kind of what I'm trying to say. Like I had no fears. I had no doubt. And the first time I failed because I was just being deceptive. I think they were
Trying to be
saying.
too perfect.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even realize firefighters had to do that.
Well, it depends on the department, but yeah, I've done it. So that's why when I did the psych test for the Amazing Race, I'm like, oh, this brings back memories. I'm not gonna do that same mistake. I'm scared of spiders, even though I'm not. I'm scared of snakes, and I'm scared of the dark.
Anything else in the casting process surprise you for race or for the challenge? Like anything else you were like, oh, I didn't realize, like psych, you said, like I didn't realize I'd have to do so much, or any other surprises?
And our final interview was a Zoom call with everybody from production.
God, everybody was
tiny. It was like 16 people. Bertram up here, Elise over here, Phil Kogan over here, and it was just so interesting. But
Luis had a heart attack. He was like, "Did you see Phil down there?"
Oh my God. I remember, I think I was on that Zoom too, but like,
I think you were.
yeah, because we prep you and those are scary. They're scary for you guys, obviously, but they're also scary for us because we're like, we hope you do good.
Yeah, we want you to do well. We're excited for you. Also, like, it's such like a thing that behind the scenes of like getting people ready, making sure they're on deck, making sure that you look the way you're supposed. Like it's a whole thing behind the scenes too.
Oh no, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm sure for you guys, it's like your little babies that you're like nurturing and trying to get them out there.
Yeah.
Hoping they don't fall in the sewer.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure has happened. Like I'm sure there's people that are just like, wow, they're amazing. And their final interview comes and they completely flop, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it happens both ways. Like sometimes you're like, oh God, I'm so nervous. And then someone gets in front of a group of people and they turn it on and they're just like, they kill it. And then sometimes one-on-one with you, they're so great. And then they get in front of that group of people and it's just shut down or whatever. So it goes every which way you could possibly imagine.
I can imagine.
Do you guys have a favorite show that you cast? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, Bethany, I'll let you. Do you want to?
Well, I'm thinking too. I mean, the reason it's hard is because they're so different, and so you know what I mean. It's like you like them for different reasons. Like, I mean, I love casting Bachelor because I love I mean, we literally have changed lives. We've like put together so many couples and families and babies. Actually, on Big Brother, I think there's more people married with kids than even like the Bachelor franchise. But you love that because I think they spend so much time together too that they develop these really intense relationships. But I don't know. I like them all for different reasons. Danny, what about you?
Mine is definitely Big Brother Canada. Just
Canada, but that's canceled now, right?
I know.
For now.
It just my whole experience with it was great. The people are so great. I was it's the first time I ever traveled alone and had to do all of these things alone. The team that works on the show is so great and collaborative. Like it was just such a good, like it was one of those feelings. Sometimes I watch award shows, and they're like, we want to thank the team, like everyone worked together, and I was always sometimes you're not often on a team like that's so cohesive like that, or that it feels like everyone pulled together or whatever. But the Big Brother Canada just experience always felt like that for me. And that is,
I agree,
why it would be my favorite. I think we are good. Do you guys have, what's on the horizon for you? Is there anything?
Yeah, what's coming up?
Mm-hmm. For us, it's just, living our lives, traveling, working.
Hopefully Luis will be captain soon.
That's my next goal. That's another 2 years to become a captain, lieutenant. It's lieutenant first and then captain for the fire department. And I feel like there's something.
All stars. Sorry, I'm nervous.
And I don't know when Amazing Race All Stars is.
Please.
But we would love to. We would love to go back to that.
Is that coming?
I don't know. We've heard rumors.
The rumor is 40, but it's weird. The Amazing Race never does anything for those you know,
It's not like they do
milestone.
20, 30.
They don't do anything for
Yeah.
milestone seasons. They've never done an all-star
Yeah.
season on 10, 20, or 30. But people are saying maybe 40 will be an all-star season, but you never know. You never know.
That was always the rumor with Big Brother. It was like all-stars.
Always.
Yeah, every year.
Is it next season? Is it next season?
Every
Yeah.
year.
You guys hear those too, and you just like
We
think,
oh my God, we hear them
true.
all the time. But the thing is, I don't think the audience loves all-star seasons. That's part of it too. You know, they
Yeah.
like meeting new people. They like, I mean, they love, I mean, I don't know. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on here. It was so good
Thanks for
seeing
having
you.
us.
Yes.
Hopefully I'll see you in Miami at some point.
Miami, you
Yes.
know, next time we'll go to LA. Who knows? Like,
Yes.
Bethany, if you're ever in Miami, hit us
Yes.
up as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take you to a good boozy brunch.
Love that. Love,
God.
love.
Obsessed. All right, you guys, thank you so much. It was so good seeing you.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate it so
Amazing.
much, guys. Thank
course.
you.
Of course.
all right, bye, you guys.
Obviously love them. They're such a cute couple. It's so smart of them, just like as a parent, as somebody who like has a child, to wait it out, and like, you know, she's like figuring out who she is with her kind of new identity, which I just like love that whole conversation. And I think it's really important too for people to hear. So I love that. I also like it's their dynamic is interesting to me. And I kind of said this in the chat, but how, you know, he's like a firefighter, which, you know, historically is a very tricky partnered relationship because they're away, they're in danger, all these things. And then she's like you know, it's tricky because she's on the road and her dance, you know, is a dancer and all that. So I love the dynamic of them coming together as people who, I don't know, are in like hard to have relationships, you know, they like make it work, make it work.
100%. It's so funny you say that too, because I feel like do you have experience with knowing firefighters who have had a hard time making relationships work?
I mean, just like in interviews and like how as many firefighters obviously as we've interviewed over the years, that I feel like that's kind of like a common theme, right? Like with police officers also, it's like, you know, their spouses, their partners, like are always, it's a challenging thing to be in a relationship with them.
And it's funny because it seems like what was almost more challenging was her schedule with this whole
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She keeps saying like, I'm coming out. Just kidding. I'm going to extend my trip.
Yeah. So they both kind of have challenging things. Yeah. I mean, they're just so great and fun. And I think I was saying, I don't think we were recording, but how I one time I was like stranded in Miami almost with this hurricane thing. And I was like, wait, where's I have them in my phone when I cast them for Amazing Race as Team Miami Heat. Like I just had to like give them a title. So it was like, Team Miami Heat, are you guys around?
I need your help.
Yeah, they're so sweet. They're so awesome. Like, I feel like they could do anything. I feel like they could literally be like, start a workout, like whole thing together, or just they feel like they have so much potential to do whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, another fun hang in the books.
I enjoyed it so much, and I love hanging with you, and we'll do it again soon in our next episode.
See you next time.